with the sanctions lifted, I think it's about time that we get into this video. Declan Rice, Neymar, Martinez, Ousmane Dembele, Nkunku, how many players are being linked with Chelsea? But there's only one Realism XL. You loved it last year, stay tuned, let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and in today's video we are going to be covering the Realism FC. First day of the season, this is the team that I believe Chelsea will be having on the pitch. A lot of people love to speculate and a lot of people love the transfer window. I love the transfer window. There's a reason I have this channel, because when we're not doing post-match, we're talking about transfers and what is going to happen to our team. So in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive to what I think Thomas Tuchel's system is going to be, Thomas Tuchel's realistic XL is going to be, and who I actually believe we're going to sign. So let's get on with the video. But before we get started, I think it's very, very important that you all hit the like button, you all subscribe to the channel, and you all support this cause. Because without you, there's no show. Without me, there is no show. Without us, there is no show. So let's get into it, because we all love the Blues, right? So starting in goal, I think this one's going to be nice and simple. The goalkeeper is going to be Edouard Mendy. Look, Edouard Mendy is better than Kepa. Edouard Mendy is a proactive, long goalkeeper. And when I say long, the reason I mean long, because when it comes to crosses, he collects them with ease. When it comes to top corners, he reaches it with ease. And more importantly, I love his flexibility and agility. He is so good from long shots and he's a great shot stopper. So for me, I'm not getting rid of this goalkeeper. He came under a lot of criticism towards the end of the season. I never understood it personally, but it's something that we need to move on with, and he's the keeper to build around. Right centre back, and I think it's time for the new signing. I think Jules Koundé will be Chelsea's centre half, and I think he's going to be on the right hand side of the centre half. He will be playing out the back, carrying the ball, athletic, the aggressive one, and more importantly, he's going to be learning for the partner in the... You can already suspect who that middle one is going to be, but Koundé is complete. His time at Sevilla has really developed him. He has become a French international, and more importantly, he really suits the profile of player Tuchel really likes to develop. Coachable, great athlete, and great on the ball. I'm really looking forward to him as well. At the heart of the defense is going to be a rotation. And when I tell you it's going to be a rotation, it's going to be a rotation between Thiago Silva, who will be the default starter, and Trevor Chalobah. I think the Trevor Chalobah aspect of this is going to be very interesting. I want to see how he develops, and I want to see how he evolves in the middle of the park. His passing is nowhere near, in my opinion, good enough to be the middle defender, but we don't have any other alternative at this moment in time, and I don't think we're going to go and sign another one. But I do think Thiago Silva is still going to stay in tip-top condition. He will still be prominent in this team, and Thiago Silva will be dominating this team for years to come. For me, when I say years to come, I mean 2 more years. I don't see Thiago slowing down. I see Thiago being at the heart of this defense, and I see him being the voice and potentially the captain. On the left-hand side of the defense, and this is where our problems arise, and this is where I have no idea who's going to be playing there. But I do not see Levi Colwill being the regular starter. I see us going and acquiring a Koulibaly. I have a feeling Koulibaly will be coming in. Chelsea will pay the fee. Yes, he's 30 years old, but Chelsea will go and break the bank and have him come in and be that experienced veteran that replaces Antonio Rudiger. Because you can't replace Azpilicueta, Christensen, and Rudiger with 2 youngsters. And that's the reality of it. He's a good, smart defender. He can be overly aggressive at times. However, he's an imposing figure that has really developed and harnessed this game in Italy, and has been renowned as one of the best centre-halves in the world. I'm really looking forward to seeing whether Chelsea actually go and make the move. But if I'm being realistic, I see this one being very attainable. Now we need to start focusing on the wing backs. Are we going to get someone like a Cucurella? No. I think Ben Chilwell is going to start from the start of the season. He will be our left wing back. Ben Chilwell started off the season very well and really developed in that role. He was offering width, and he also was offering a beautiful, insightful middle run that was turning him into the number 9 at times, and his athleticism enabled him to do both sides of the role. And I'm very looking forward to see what he is like from his injury. I think Chelsea invested so much money from him, £190,000 a week, and it's going to be a player that is going to be integral to whatever success Chelsea have at this moment in time. A lot of people are going to say, you know what, Alex, we need backup. I think we will sign a backup, but I think Ben Chilwell will still be the number one left wing back, and that's the way we're going to go. Do we even need to talk about the right wing back? Because we all know who it's going to be. Reece James. Reece James is world class. And I think this is going to be a Reece James appreciation minute. Reece James has been phenomenal this year, and in his last 3 years as a Chelsea player, his development has been exponential. When you start focusing at how much he's developed, he went from a player that used to switch off on one-on-one battles to a player that has actively harnessed the wing-back position, to has actively now become on the level of a Trent Alexander-Arnold, a Cancelo, a Hakimi, and he's eating at that table. This man is only going to get better, and he could actually even move into the midfield potentially, or come into centre half. But he's got such good technique, he will always get goals and assists. I'm looking forward to seeing where he elevates his game to next year. I think the midfield is going to be somewhere we're going to be very strong next season. I've got a feeling that Kovacic is going to be the main starter. Kovacic will continuously develop in that position with his beautiful incisive balls, and more importantly, he's going to be very good at drifting in and out of challenges and retaining the ball in tight areas and enabling others to come close to him, and then encouraging opposing midfielders, wingers, defenders, all to get compressed and leave space in behind. This is what we need with a Mateo Kovacic. He's so secure on the ball that he causes people to get reckless and chase him, and that leads to space, and for me, he is a guaranteed start. I think this is where our third signing would come in. And I'm very confident that Chelsea will finally go and buy the midfielder that I've been screaming out for, because I need this midfielder. And I think this midfielder is available for £30 million. He is extremely talented. He's an absolute monster in the middle of the park. He has bullied Chelsea on numerous occasions, and I don't understand why none of the big clubs have jumped the gun and gone and purchased him. Now, if you're focusing on who am I talking about, I'm talking about Yves Bissouma. Bissouma is at Brighton, and he's bossing games in that double pivot. Can you imagine what he's going to be like at a team like Chelsea, where there is so much possession of the ball, there is so much counter-attacking ability on the break, and the fact that we're going to be dominating teams and his long shot is going to be available, I think it's very encouraging. I'm looking forward to it. I think on the left-hand side, we're going to go Money Mace. Look, Money Mace is one of those players that really stepped up this season. 29 goal contributions, good productivity, good energy. Was he fantastic? No, but at the same time, I think he was very good and arguably our player of the year, which he did get. A lot of people were opposing it. I thought it should have been Thiago Silva, but I think he is the complete package. Am I saying he's going to be Ronaldinho or Messi? No, but I think he's going to be a player that's going to be within Chelsea's team for years to come, and you just have to accept it, because he is a good talent, and not enough people appreciate Mason Mount for what he does, because he's not flary enough, and that's the sad reality. So for me, that's where we're going. I think the number 9 is going to be an intriguing one, and I think it's going to be Kai Havertz again. I think Tuchel has really reiterated his confidence in Kai Havertz. He's always complimented his tenacity, his energy, his control, his calmness, his poise in front of goal. I think Kai Havertz is going to have a breakout year next year, and I think he's going to reiterate to the world why he's Chelsea's best player. That's my personal opinion. He's going to be adding numbers to his game, and more importantly, the performances will continue to be great. At this moment in time, he's very cyclical. He'll have a great few games, and then he'll go down, and then he'll have a great few games, and he'll have shocking ones. We need to get a nice flat line of consistency. I'm not even asking for you to get 5 goals in 3 games. I'm literally asking for 2 in 4. Literally, give me a 1 and 2 rate, and I'll be over the moon. And this is what I'm looking for from my false 9. And Kai Havertz can deliver on that. My striker now, and this is where it's going to be really interesting. The right-hand side. I think Dembele is going to be the guy that's going to be playing on our right-hand side. I think Dembele is going to have ton of freedom in that position. He's going to have good creativity, the ability to beat a man off the dribble. I think Chelsea are going to break the bank, and I'm praying he stays fit, because if he doesn't stay fit, we're back at square one, and there's no Hakim Ziyech, and there's going to be no Timo Werner, and there's going to be no Callum Hudson-Odoi. We need to make sure this kid stays fit, because the wages we're going to be bringing him in on are going to be very expensive and the onus will be on him to perform. He is not young anymore. He's 24 years old. He needs to perform and he needs to stay fit. The pressure is on him, but I think he can deal with it. I've always said he is a talented individual, both-footed, great shooting ability, and more importantly, the tenacity in him to beat a man off a dribble. I love it. This was the Kavkas View, and this was my predicted XI for next season, and I genuinely believe we're only going to sign 4 players. So the 4 signings would have been Koundé, Koulibaly, Basuma, and the winger in Dembele. Other than that, I think Chelsea are going to be very consistent. That will be an expensive summer for players, but at the same time, we do have quality in this team, so I hope you lot enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts, let me know if you like videos like this. Peace out, I'm out. Bye.